our channel, which is going to be all about astrophysics. We all like astrophysics, right? So everything related to astrophysics will be talked about in this sector, like astrophysicists, maybe Stephen Hawking or Neil deGrasse Tyson, or the solar system, or anything astrophysics related, maybe books. Maybe even this book, one day you've seen this book in a lot of our videos already. And this video is going to be all about what happened last weekend. And maybe you all know what I'm talking about. Yes, it is the Perseverance Rover that NASA sent recently last week on February 19th, 2021. So, the Perseverance Rover launched from Earth on July 30th of 2020, which was last year, which was a horrible year, but at least something good happened last year. And it finally landed after 7 months of its journey from Earth to Mars. And we're going to talk about the rover, but before I talk about the rover, I want to tell you a few facts that I promised I would tell you guys. That is the Wolf Moon and the 2022 star collision. The Wolf Moon is just the starting moon of winter. I don't know why it's called Wolf Moon. Why can't it be called the winter moon or something? It's the starting moon of winter, which occurs in January, which is the start of winter, I guess. But technically December is the start of winter. So I don't really understand about it. I'll make an in-depth video about the Wolf Moon and the other types of moons, maybe sometime in the future. And the star collision is two stars from the constellation Cygnus, which will collide and go supernova, and it will be visible from Earth, and it will be so cool, and I want to see it, and I'm waiting for next year. So now let's move on to our topic of this video, which is the Perseverance Rover of NASA. It landed on Mars of 19th of February. Last week I told you, and one of the devices on this rover, its predecessor was the Curiosity rover, which suffered a lot, and one of the reasons is because of its wheels. But now we have the technology. We've spent over a decade creating this rover. So let's talk a little bit about this rover. It deserves some attention. So the wheels of this rover are much better than the wheels of the Curiosity rover, which was very bad and it made it suffer a lot. And one of the devices on this rover is an oxygen generator called MOXIE. We already have an oxygen generator on the International Space Station, right? So why can't we just use the same one and send it to Mars? This one is different. It's called a solid carbonosis electrolysis oxygen generator. It basically just converts all of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and converts it into oxygen and carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide can be used for a lot of things, but maybe if we somehow get hydrogen onto Mars, we could use that to create water too, because transporting water from Earth to Mars is really hard. So if we somehow figure out a way to create hydrogen on Mars itself, maybe water would be an easy solution then. This rover is also providing a lot of information for us to be able to one day reach Mars. And as you know, my brother wants to reach Mars. It's his dream to be the first on Mars. So maybe this rover could help him reach Mars. And the MOXIE device, it uses the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere to turn it into oxygen. But the oxygen generator on the International Space Station uses water electrolysis, which just breaks away the hydrogen and oxygen from the water, and then it creates methane, which is thrown into space. And the hydrogen can be used to create water again, which is really important, because how do you get water in space? And the oxygen is used to create oxygen for the astronauts to breathe. And this proves that oxygen is not recycled over there, it's created with water electrolysis. And another one of the devices on the rover is the Sherlock device, which uses UV lasers to scan the ground, looking for past signs of life, maybe signs of life which is actually there, maybe it would find that. And one of the most exciting parts of this rover that I find is the helicopter. Now, it's really hard for us to be able to get a remote controlled helicopter which is powered by itself onto Mars, onto a different planet too. And also the winds on Mars seriously affect this helicopter, so it needs really powerful metal which is used in its blades. So it's used some sort of alloy for the blades, and it has to be lightweight. You might be thinking, bad idea, if it's lightweight then it could easily be blown away by the winds, right? Well, if it's not lightweight, then how can it fly? It weighs about 2 kilograms. So it would be really hard for all of the engineers and the scientists to fit some sort of power collector or something into it. So, and it's getting detached from the rover, so it has to power by itself. So there is a solar thing on top of it which uses the sun, and it powers 6 lithium-ion batteries to fly. And one more thing about this is, of course, the high-definition color cameras which will take photos of Mars and send it back to Earth, so we can see those photos and be like, wow. And also there is a microphone included this time, so we can actually hear what might be our future lives on Mars. And it might actually hear the helicopter, which could be really interesting to hear the helicopter actually, because we can't hear it from Earth, but we could hear it from the rover. This rover is stepping stone in humankind, and it can be used a lot to create our very own civilization on Mars. And this is very strange, seeing from one time where humans were using sticks and stones and they were finding it very hard to survive, and now we have sent a rover to Mars. There was a time once one Bruno said, but nobody believed. You might be wondering who is Bruno, but that is for a different video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something from this video. So space is a really vast topic, and there's much more videos to come onto this sector. So keep watching this sector. I hope you will find it very fun and very informative. Have fun. Bye bye. Adios.